watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
And we are waking up to dry conditions this morning across West Michigan, but we do have big changes on the way. One of the first very large winter storms is gathering strength just to our west. So let me actually switch modes here. And I want to expand this radar view out so you can have a little bit of a bigger picture of what's actually happening. Not only do we have snow through parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota, but we also have what is right now rain through parts of Iowa. However, this is going to soon be changing over to snow. In fact, they have blizzard warnings and blizzard watches posted to our west. We here are under a winter storm watch, and what I actually want to do is track this into West Michigan. Now, this leading edge is barely reaching the ground in some places, but if I take this and track it into the Grand Rapids area, it makes it here in the next 8 hours and 45 minutes. So we're talking about some precipitation developing in West Michigan between, say, 2 and 3 p.m. It's going to start off fairly light. I think in terms of the cutoff line, let me switch views here. If you are anywhere from, say, I-96 to the south, it will likely start off as mainly rain. If you're in areas to the north, you might start off as a bit of a mix before everything changes over to snow overnight. Winter storm watch is in effect for the entire area. Now, this starts at 7 p.m. tonight, and it's going to run through tomorrow evening, with the exception of the counties along the lakeshore. It will run through Monday afternoon, and that's to account for the lake effect that's going to kick up behind this main system. So here we go with what we're tracking. That rain or a mix develops this afternoon, say 2 or 3 o'clock. Any point after that, we'll see the precipitation becoming more widespread. Changes to all snow tonight, starting in areas northwest of Grand Rapids and moving to the southeast. So out for a late dinner tonight, maybe a movie. Roads could be a little bit slick on the way back. In terms of accumulation, looks like about 4 to 8 inches by the time we get to tomorrow evening. That will be mainly from just the synoptic system or the storm itself. We're then going to have to add lake effect on top of that for those lakeshore counties Sunday night into Monday. They could be looking at some pretty hefty snowfall totals. It's also going to become extremely windy here tomorrow night. Visibilities this morning, we've seen a few pockets of some restricted visibility, 0 right now in Lansing, so maybe a couple extra minutes on your morning commute. Temperatures holding in the mid to upper 20s, lower 30s for the most part, with winds rather light out of the southeast. These will pick up just a bit this afternoon, but stay out of the east-southeast. Here's the 24-hour forecast. At noon today, we've got temps in the mid-30s. Notice how not much is happening, but as we get into the evening hours, we see that rain coming in from the southwest. Winds not too bad tonight. We're out of the east at 10 to 20. Here's that rain changing to snow as we head through the overnight hours. Snow continues into the day tomorrow. We're looking at 4 to 8 inches from when it changes to snow tonight through tomorrow evening. Looks like temperatures are around freezing at daybreak, but we will fall into the 20s tomorrow. Here's the 8-day forecast. A little bit complicated here, but 4 to 8 inches of snow by tomorrow evening for most areas. We'll add on to that if you look along the lake shore there. You can see 18 Monday. That's going to be the high. In fact, that might be a little bit generous. And then as we look into Tuesday, the lake effect snow continues. I don't think, Mark, that areas inland are going to be dealing with a significant amount more snow Monday night into, say, Wednesday. But if you're in those lake effect favored bands, such as the areas that saw big snow last weekend, you could be seeing it again.
Of course, we'll be fully staffed covering all of this for you, so you can just tune in here.
That's absolutely right. We'll keep it here for you, keep tracking everything, especially if there's any updates to the system.
All right, thank you so much, Laura.